next pre-final, and this time it is DD2. Your grid for the pre-final for day one here at the BNL Karting Series Round 1 is as follows. Glenn Van Parijs and Sander Przyblak make it an all-Belgian front row ahead of Austria's Daniel Mahacek, with Florian Breitenbach from Germany rounding out the top two rows. The Greek Minotaur, Dams Racing's very own Greek god, DJ Liveris, is alongside Jan Negusens on row number 3. And then we have Bas Lammers from the Netherlands ahead of Silas Ritter from Denmark. Mick Knowlton and Lasse Andreasen from the Netherlands and Denmark respectively round out the top 10. With Sebastian Janczewski, the sole Polish driver here this weekend, ahead of Wout Antonissen from Belgium. Oliver Breitenbach will start in 13th alongside countryman Marcel Steinert from RS Competition. Luc Schippers and Jordi Klebot round out the top 8 rows ahead of Max Fleischmann. Chris Kopp, then we've got Maxim Dirich, then we've also got Jamie Billings and Brindley Kinch rounding out the 21 strong here. And, I've seen a familiar name pop up on the Facebook stream. Well, welcome Tom Reinertz, formerly now is a CRG factory driver, racing elsewhere this weekend. I understand it's Kirpen, so good luck this weekend, Tom. So have a good one out there. Right, let's get things underway with DD2, a class that if I was actually... the thing is that if someone said to me, Alex, if you were going to compete in Rotax, what class would you be? Well, I'd actually be in DD2 Masters, because I'm over the minimum age for that one. Now, let's see. Do we go lights out? We go off and away, and Van Parijs gets Przyblak around the outside of him as Przyblak uses the runoff area very, very neatly there to go up the inside of the 415, through into turn number 3, and gets the lead. So at the moment, just behind looks to be, I think that's Florian Breitenbach, running on the Maranello chassis, if memory serves me correctly, as again, this is getting even closer now. DD2 really is going to start heating up, because now we have 6 drivers battling away for the lead of the race. And I think Jan Negusens is in that squabble, and at the back end of it looks to be DJ Liveris, the sole Greek driver in this field, out of 129 drivers. As now Przyblak will be leading the way through after lap number 1. Van Parijs is a little bit further behind, but looks like there's a great battle between Jan Negusens and DJ Liveris. And Liveris looks to have made the move, and up on the back bumper of Jan Negusens, Bas Lammers is now in the hot seat. Now, he won the Kickoff 2.0 reboot, and as a result, the Sodikart factory driver is now part of the grid for 2020. Never in my lifetime would I see that happening, as he's gone up the inside of Jan Negusens, up into now P6, as Daniel Mahacek is not too far behind the back bumper of Florian Breitenbach. So it is Belgium, leading Belgium, Germany, Austria, Greece, and now the Netherlands comes firing forward, courtesy of Bas Lammers. And then we've got the 421 of Lasse Andreasen trying to go up the inside of Jan Negusens, and makes the move through turn 12. Nice work there by the Danish driver up into P7. And now the scrap for P1 is really heating up, because Sander Przyblak is not getting away. Glenn Van Parijs, Florian Breitenbach and Daniel Mahacek round out the top 4. A little bit of a distance between them and DJ Liveris from Greece. Then Bas Lammers from the Netherlands, Lasse Andreasen, Jan Negusens, Wout Antonissen, and Silas Ritter round out the top 10 ahead of Schippers, Steinert, Janczewski, Fleischmann up to 14th. Oliver Breitenbach rounds out the top 15. Ahead of Chris Kopp, Jordi Klebot, with Brindley Kinch and Jamie Billings rounding out the top 19 positions. Ahead of Mick Knowlton and Maxim Dirich. So Knowlton started P9. So Knowlton not having the greatest start to his race weekend here. But now Liveris is closing, as is Lammers. So in many respects, what could be the case of all these other drivers trying to go, well, Yeah, I've got an opportunity here. Yeah, you've got an opportunity, but can you make it count? That's the biggest conundrum that most people want to know the answer to. But Schublak, also with Van Parijs just behind, Florian Breitenbach, Daniel Mahacek, as Schublak goes defensive on Glenn Van Parijs, and Van Parijs can't make it through. Breitenbach just waiting in the wings. Liveris is now in the battle, and here comes Bas Lammers. Lammers has been closing, and Lammers has just been, I've just checked the times, Liveris was on a 55.105 and Lammers was second quickest out of the top 6, as here comes the move. Van Parijs goes up the inside of Schublak, and Schublak forces him wide. A little bit of contact between side pod. Parijs 2 wheels on the grass heading into turn 1. Florian Breitenbach up the inside. Daniel Mahacek through into P3, and now this is where things get serious. DJ Liveris and Bas Lammers now make it a 6-way scrap for the lead, and now Liveris getting past, and that is on Daniel Mahacek. And look at the opportunistic momentum that Bas Lammers has got done, and he's got past the Austrian too. So now this is I'm actually really surprised, because if I was to say to you now, when this race started nearly 5 minutes ago, would you believe that there is 9, possibly 10 drivers that could be in contention for the race victory here? I would have definitely said a no if someone asked me that question. So now, Mahacek loses out. He's down in P6 behind DJ Liveris and Bas Lammers in 4th and 5th respectively, who now have an opportunity to go for the victory. Zander Schublak leads from Florian Breitenbach. Then it's Glenn Van Parijs in 3rd place. DJ Liveris from Greece, Bas Lammers from the Netherlands. And then Daniel Mahacek, Lasse Andresen, Wout Antonissen, and then we got Jan Nigussens and Silas Ritter rounding out the top 10. As we do have one retirement, and on lap number 2, unfortunately, Great Britain's Brindley Kinch is the first driver to retire from any DD2 encounter this weekend. But now, Zander Schublak has got a lead. It was 0.334 of a second last time out. This time around, he has a perfect opportunity to pull away, and he's doing so. The gap was 0.3. It is now nearly 0.8 as Glenn Van Parijs sends it up the inside of Florian Breitenbach, and then DJ Liveris muscles his way through. In through goes Bas Lammers. Oh my goodness me. Bas Lammers is, for those watching at home, if you don't know who Bas Lammers is, and he's just gone and taken 3rd from DJ Liveris through on the inside of turn 6. Liveris looking to the inside, Breitenbach to the outside, Mahacek just behind, and then we've got Wout Antonissen in the party as well. This is just captivating. Now, for those wondering about what happened with Bas Lammers, he absolutely timed it to perfection on the conditions that changed on Sunday and managed to pick up the victory. He was literally faster than anybody, but with the amount of experience in both European and World Championship competition. And what's more, he is an ambassador for Sodicard as well. He's one of the most world-renowned drivers, but he gets pounced on by DJ Liveris going through into turn 2. So the Greek driver showing that he can also bring some dance moves to the party. But then Florian Breitenbach is still keeping in touch with these two. But at the moment, between Zander Schublak and Glenn Van Parijs, the gap was 0.956, as now Breitenbach has a move of his own to send up the inside of Bas Lammers. So Lammers really now has to get a move on. He's got 6 minutes plus an additional lap. And I'm hoping that there are some people from Sodicard cheering him on both our official Facebook and YouTube live streams, direct from the circuit. Wow, now this is what you call a fully charged encounter, and I don't mean from an electrical perspective, I'm talking from pure action out on the circuit. As now there's going to be a move up the inside of that wall. Well, there was a move coming, as there is I think that was Wout Antonissen. Oh, Breitenbach's gone off. Breitenbach has gone off the 431 off the circuit and has literally dropped like a proverbial stone in the pond. So there was a battle going on, and that was for around about fourth or fifth place, I think. And then he's just he's either run wide or he's had a little bit of forced action as a result of that. So a real shame for Florian Breidenbach in the pre-final. But this now changes everything, because this story still has plenty of chapters left to play out over the next 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Wow. So Schiblak now has the lead of 1.1 seconds ahead of Glenn van Parijs, with DJ Liveris has just put in an absolute barnstorm of a lap. He's the quickest out of the top three. He's just put in a 54.530. Schiblak a 54.663, and then Glenn van Parijs a 54.727. So as a result of that, Florian Breitenbach has now dropped to 17th position. So that promotes Bas Lammers up to 4th, Wout Antonissen down up into 5th ahead of Daniel Mahacek, Lasse Andresen, Jan Negusens, Silas Ritter and Sebastian Janczewski from Poland rounding out the top 10. Then it's Steinert, Schippers, Knowlton recovering up to P13. Fleischmann, Oliver Breitenbach, Chris Koop, and then Florian Breitenbach rounding out the top 17 ahead of Jordi Klibold, Jamie Billings and Maxim Dirks, who rounds out the top 20. Mick Knowlton gets past Luke Schippers for position as there's more argy-bargy. I think, was that Janczewski trying to get past Silas Ritter for position? That might have been the case. So just under 3.5 minutes remaining. There's so much action once again happening at this particular race. But Zandvoort Schiblak still keeping himself in contention for the victory. As now a little bit further down the field, you've got the 444 and the 333. That is Silas Ritter and Wout Antonissen. So Silas Ritter is now up past the Belgian as they now come through into turn 11, which is the left-hand sweeper. As Schiblak, Van Parijs, Liveris, Lammers, Antonissen, Mahacek, Andresen, Gussens, Ritter, Janczewski make their way through turn 12. And now we are on to lap number 12 with 2 minutes and 45 seconds still to go, plus an additional lap. As DJ Liveris has actually set the fastest lap of the race of anybody, a 54.530 on lap number 9. As again, the two RS competition drivers really muscling their way up the order. And at the front of it all, I think that is Silas Ritter, who's made up more positions, and as a result of that, has done a really good job trying to keep things moving forward. As there's a bit of argy-bargy, that's between Mick Knowlton and Marcel Stein. That's Mick Knowlton, and just keeping an eye on the cars in front. As Janczewski with Ritter and Steinert just behind, they are battling away. That's absolutely cracking action that we've got here. Mick Knowlton was battling away with Jan Negusens for position there. So Mick Knowlton trying to get himself into the top 10 if possible. As we are coming to the last minute and a half, plus an additional lap here in the DD2 Prefinal here on the first day of competition for the BNL Karting Series. Round 1 of the 3, which all will be held here at Karting Genk in the second round, as that's a move up the inside. That is Marcel Steinert up the inside of Silas Ritter. So these two are teammates in the same RS competition stable run by Robert Schlunsen. And Liveris looks to be trying to close on Glenn van Parijs, as Bas Lammers sets a personal best on lap number 13 of this race. As we now have this battle here, which is Wout Antonissen and Daniel Mahacek from Austria. So Belgium versus Austria as they come through turn 6, heading down the back straight away into turn 7. Mahacek trying to close up in the braking zone, can't get past just yet. And just in front of them by about 9/10 of a second is the Dutchman Bas Lammers. So leaders at the moment, we'll see Schiblak coming out of turn 11, as do Glenn van Parijs and DJ Liveris. Then Bas Lammers, Wout Antonissen, Daniel Mahacek, Lasse Andresen, Sebastian Janczewski, Marcel Steinert, Silas Ritter, Jan Gussens, Mick Knowlton. Luke Schapers, Oliver Breitenbach, Florian Breitenbach, Max Fleischmann, Chris Kopp, Jordi Klebold, and Jamie Billingson, Maxim Dirich, rounding out the 20 that are still running. So, timer has expired, 13 minutes are done and dusted in DD2. So next time around, when he comes across the start-finish line, Zandvoort Schublak will have the last lap board being shown, which is now being prepared. So we'll go on to very shortly, the 15th lap of this race, which will be the last one to go. So across the start-finish line to start the last 1,360 metres of the race is Zandvoort Schublak ahead of Glenn van Parijs, DJ Liveris. Bas Lammers has got a lot of daylight between himself, about nearly 1.3 seconds between Wout Antonissen and Daniel Mahacek, who are still battling away tooth and nail. And I think this will go down to the flag for around about P5. Lasse Andresen and Sebastian Janchevski round out the top 8 ahead of Marcel Steinert and Silas Ritter. And Liveris looks to be a bit closer to Van Parijs that particular time around. And even on the penultimate lap, DJ Liveris decides, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to throw in the fastest lap of the race. Well, there you go. Sent it in like a good one. Probably a bit like one of the arrows from the Greek, from Zeus, maybe. But round the final corner will come Buvin Powers, defending two-time champion of the BNL karting series in DD2. Zandvoort Schublak comfortably takes the win by 0.557 of a second ahead of the returning Glenn van Parijs. DJ Liveris takes P3 ahead of Bas Lammers, with Wout Antonissen and Daniel Mahacek rounding out the top 6 positions. But some great action from all the drivers here in DD2. So let's have a look at the finishing order, as everyone apart from Brindley Kinch, who didn't complete the race, is as follows. It's a win for Zandvoort Schublak from Belgium, with Glenn van Parijs rounding out a Belgian 1-2 in the 4:15. DJ Liveris in 3rd place. Bas Lammers from the Netherlands in 4th. Wout Antonissen from Belgium in 5th place. Ahead of Austria's Daniel Mahacek. Then it's Denmark's Lasse Andresen, Poland's Sebastian Janchevski, ahead of Germany's Marcel Steinert, with Silas Ritter rounding out the top 10. From Belgium in 11th, it's Jan Negussens, Mick Knowlton from the Netherlands in 12th, and the two Brighton brothers, Oliver 13th, Florian 14th, ahead of Luke Schapers, Max Fleischmann from Germany, Chris Kopp from Germany, Belgium's Jordi Klebold, with Jordi Klebold, Jamie Billings and Maxim Dirich, with Brindley Kinch not finishing the race.